Alien Romulus is currently terrifying moviegoers nationwide, but one scene in particular was too scary for even the cast to sit through it. Now that the movie's finally out in theaters, we've got some clues as to which scene it was. Back in February 2024, before fans had even gotten a teaser trailer peek at director Fede Alvarez's new take on the Alien franchise, star Isabella Merced offered some tantalizing clues about what Alien Romulus might show viewers. While promoting Madame Web in an interview with The Hollywood Reporter, Merced emphasized that a scene in the new Alien film was so gruesome, the entire cast struggled to get through watching it. She said, "There's a scene that I'm in, and they all had to turn away. Not one person stayed looking at their iPad because it was so disgusting. I was so excited." And while Merced didn't specify which scene in particular won the grossest scene award from the cast, her excitement at being featured in it gives us some leads. There are two scenes in Alien Romulus that Merced appears in and are nasty enough to be the moment she alluded to. The first scene takes place fairly early on in the film, as Merced's character Kay, Bjorn, and Navarro attempt to escape from the Romulus and Remus spacecraft. Unfortunately, Navarro's already been attacked by a facehugger, and unbeknownst to the crew of the Corbellin, she's been implanted by a baby xenomorph. In a horrifying sequence, Navarro uses a handheld X-ray to actually see the baby alien start to burst its way through her body just before it actually does. Merced's Kay is forced to watch as the pilot's body splits open and the familiar baby alien bursts out just like in the original film. But while that scene certainly has the grossed-out potential to have put off the cast, its similarity to one of the most iconic scenes in the Alien franchise makes us think that it's actually a later scene that really horrified everyone involved with the sequel. After getting terribly wounded earlier in the film by a full-grown xenomorph, Kay manages to crawl her way back to the Corbellin in the hopes of activating a cryopod to keep her and her unborn baby in stasis long enough to seek medical attention. Unfortunately, Kay makes a disastrous decision to inject herself with a vial of experimental goo meant to turn humans into the ultimate life form in a last-ditch effort to keep herself alive. And while the goo, last seen in Prometheus and Alien Covenant, does keep Kay alive and well long enough for the surviving crew members to join her on the Corbellin, it has a disturbing effect on her pregnancy. After getting put in a cryopod by Rain and Andy, Kay starts to give birth. But instead of a healthy human baby, what comes out looks more like a cross between the classic xenomorph and the engineers seen in Scott's prequel series. The creature, called the Offspring in the credits of the film, quickly incapacitates Andy and corners Kay in order to suckle the strange goo oozing out of her body. By the time Rain stumbles onto the scene, Kay is dead, and she's left alone to deal with one of the scariest alien hybrids we've seen in the entire franchise. Speaking to Variety about the creature, Alvarez mentioned that his goal was to pay homage to past installments while still injecting something new into the franchise. He said, "The black goo is the root of the whole thing that was introduced in Prometheus. It's the root of all life, but also particularly the xenomorphs come out of that thing, which means it has to be inside them. It's probably a new species, because that mix never happened before."
Well, Doctor, it's not exactly a traditional fetus.
Whether it's a new creature or not, it's certainly a new spin on the classic alien design, and one that's been disturbing viewers since the film's premiere. And while Merced hasn't circled back since the film's premiere to confirm that this is a scene in question, that's where we're putting our money. You can see if you've got a stronger stomach than the Alien Romulus cast for yourself by checking out the film in theaters now.